to Vlogmas 27. Yeah, it's a little late. My days are kind of getting really messed up, so when I start my Vlogmas, when I start the Vlogmas, it really depends on when I'm awake, so it's not necessarily a night or day or anything like that. But it's Merry Christmas, everybody, and now we're moving on to the second Christmas. We had our new Christmas, now we're moving on to our old Christmas, and this is a Christmas carol from Greece. It's an old Christmas carol, so you can hear a little bit of it. Yeah, a much different tone than what you get in the West. What you had recently, what we celebrated was a Christmas of the West. Now we're moving on to Christmas of the East. This is the, well, I guess we would call it the Middle Eastern Christmas, the Christmas that Christ was born under. And you move away from the Santa Claus-centered Christmas more toward the Christ-centered Christmas. And you go from something that's more European into something that's more Middle Eastern, and into antiquities, into the Byzantine Empire and into antiquities. So basically, in other words, you're dealing with something that's pre-800 AD, where most Christmas that we see today is 1500 AD and above, and this is 800 and below. And in many cases, it's missing from most people's understanding of Christmas, because much of the first 1,000 years of Christian history has almost been completely wiped out. There's not much left, and the part of the problem was that the first 1,000 years of Christmas of Christianity contradicts a lot of what the West actually believes in. And its version of Christianity, and the Western Christianity needs to wipe out and eliminate the early Christianity so that it can have its dominance over the entire world. So that's kind of why the early Christmas, the first Christmas, the old Christmas that we celebrate on January 7th is kind of a hidden gem. It's something that's not really well known or talked about, because it's something that's sort of tucked away in history that they really don't want brought out, and as a result, you don't have the attention paid to it the way you should. There's an enormous amount of dismissal about it, and sort of how should I say, an attitude that it's not as significant as what would make it. As it should be. It's not as significant as it should be, and that's sort of a shame, because this is part of the Christian church that's missing from most people's lives, that most people don't see, that most people don't understand. And you actually, to find large chunks of it, you have to go into hidden libraries that are not necessarily known to the public. And this is where the cool part is that, as you're going off and varying as a librarian, going off and sort of finding these ancient manuscript libraries, it's cool to see that this is sort of one of them, and you can sort of fiddle around in here and see what historically things were like, and get a general feel for the culture. And this is something that I really enjoy. Something, and have a good time at it. But it's not necessary for everybody. But anyways, that's where we're going to go now. As we head towards the old Christmas, past New Year's. New Year's will be the 1-year anniversary for Big Bang Theory RL. Will be 1 year on YouTube. So yeah, we're going to have a good time. The little note on the December 25th Vlogmas. My battery went dead, so that's why it cuts off the way it does. This is all one take, one shot, unedited, because we're on the Android, and on the Android there is no real editing system for videos right now. There's a lot of promising stuff out there, and there's the ability to bring open source to Android, but right now nobody's really bringing open source to Android the way they should be bringing open source to Android. Right now it's just basically adware, and the funny thing is that they're using they're using open source as the base product, and then adding an ad service into it. Well, anyways, that's how they're not supposed to be selling open source, but that's what they're doing. I'm gonna leave that for now. This is it for today, and I'll maybe get back. I'll have a bit more of a discussion tomorrow. We'll see how everything goes. All right, take it easy.